Hello everyone. What's up? How's it going? Pirates isn't in the house, as you might have noticed, because he's out for an appointment that came in yesterday. So I'm flying solo for the moment, and we'll have a special guest on tonight who will be my co-host. As I'm not the co-host today, I'm the host. Yeah. So let's see how I will get through all this because I have nobody to talk to, and this feels like talking into a void. I've heard people talk about that, and I just didn't realize how hard it was. So yeah, I'm definitely missing you, and you'll be on next week with me again once I get back home. And yeah, let's see whom we got in the chat. So I have to switch between all these, all myself. So Justin Welsh was here first. Hi, and yeah, thank you. I hope I'll have a safe trip on Friday. I wish I could stay another month or something like that. So Starboy Station is listening to us on his way home, and he's picking up the Lartigo station, so that's cool. Also, we have Red Toys. What's up, Red? How you doing? Better Ray Bob. Thanks again for all those cool hats. Ian Sweeney is here, and Bobby Mother's Mudscuffer. Hi there. Oh, and also we have Timbo Toys and my 3.75 addiction. So welcome everyone. I'll check the chat again later on. Oh, Yayo is here as well. Hello, Yayo. Nice to see you. That must be very early in the morning or late at night for you over there in Japan. Arigato for coming over. So I've seen Timbo Toys in the chat. So let me start off by showing some more of the stuff that I got while I was here. So Timbo had these awesome little generator pieces up on his page last week, and I had to grab one of those. And I love the build because that's some electrical appliance piece, I guess. I'm guessing. I don't really know. Probably this breaks out, and then there's cables running through that, and then he just greeblied it up and put some cables on there, and yeah, it's a beautiful piece, and it scales pretty cool with the 1/18 biggest. So yeah, that's the first thing I got. I have to speak up probably. I hope everybody can understand me fine. Oh, Jerry is here now. Hi, Jerry. And Brian, good to see you. So yeah, I've got this piece. I'm still waiting for a mail call from Edge's Station. I'll show that off next week, I hope, if it comes in time before I leave. Else it will be lying around here for a couple of months until somebody else from the family comes here to pick it up for me. So what else did I get? Yeah, I used the opportunity of being in the close vicinity, nearby to someone from the community. You probably all know him, Redeemer Customs, who's on Toy Squad regularly. He lives about, I don't know, an hour's drive from where I am at right now, and we met up on Monday and had a very cool evening. We hang out. I got to see all his cool figures and all his cool customs, and I got to see him work live because he gave me some little goodies as well, which was awesome, which I totally didn't expect. So he's got a lot of Mesco Gomez, and I always wanted the 1/18th Gomez, so he gave me one of those baby Gomezes where the head just comes off, and he painted this Gomez live for me with awesome blue eyes, iridescent blue eyes. And yeah, I'll make a custom out of this one for sure. And thank you so much for that, Redeemer. Also, I was telling him about my competition and the arts and antiques shop, and I also had Thrawn with me, of course. So he gave me something, a little something for the display as well. So this is the dark saber hilt and the Halo gun. So that's awesome as well. And that's not all the goodies he gave me. He also gave me an amazing piece. This Imperial tank. It's not complete. I've got a couple of these printed and painted up. These crates that go in there. and it's missing the hatch. But I'm gonna customize it anyway, so it's gonna probably be like, I don't know, some utility vehicle or something like that. So yeah, thank you so much for all these, really. So, and I've got one more thing I wanted to show off and point out. Um, I don't know if whoever knows Wilhelm Toys and Hobbies on Instagram, he's doing a show on 1/18th scale show on YouTube. If somebody in the chat, Brian, you should probably know what his show or what his channel on YouTube is called. Please let me know because I keep forgetting. And on his like 2 Sundays ago on his show, one of the things he showed off was a set that was available on Amazon for I think $25 or something. It's a 1/18th scale like army man set. It comes with a variety of vehicles like ATVs and quads and a heli and a plane, which really are not that good. Also, the plastic is really crappy plastic, but it's only $24, and it comes with a turret and an entrance, and it comes with these pieces, 6 of these pieces that clip together. And this is actually why I bought the pack, because I wanted some fencing like that. I'm probably going to take off this complete stuff from them, but yeah, I bought them for this, and the rest of the material is just perfect customizing stuff. You can just take it apart, take apart the guns, take apart the vehicles for nice little pieces to use for customizing. I took apart everything and I only used, I'll show that off later on in the What You're Working On section, which is the perfect time. Let's see. Oh yeah, Brian, thank you. 1/18. That's the YouTuber full and toy and hobby. So Ian Sweeney is here as well. And yeah, Timbo, the most important thing, hit the like button, but do it in an odd number of times because, yeah, well, you see what happens if you don't. And let's go over to the next section, what you're working on.
No, bigger. Smaller. No, it's the one with a hole on the end that curves this way. I think I saw it once before over there in that pile near the circulators. There you go. I always knew you were the smart one.
So I always loved those intros Pirates came up with. And it's a pity he's not here, but he also sent me so he can start our What You're Working On section. He sent me a little video for all of you to enjoy. So here we go.
And you can see that I started painting the pink onto her uniform.
Oh,
and I believe I may leave his orange wet. I'm just going to
roll it back.
How's it going, Pirates? I'm sorry I can't be with you guys today, but I hope you guys are enjoying the show with Fatback Station and Lord of Thane as our main host. So awesome to see that happening. So here's some of the stuff that I'm working on. So currently I'm working on a custom Barbie Starlighter and Ken Starlighter. So they're going to be a couple. And you can see that I started painting the pink onto her uniform. And I believe I may leave his orange wet. I'm just going to repaint his hair and that sort of stuff. I'm also working on a custom Wolverine. I've already started this build a while back, but I just found this new head recently that I still want to paint the gray parts green so that it matches his uniform and give him some shading on his face. He already has a finished head right there. Also, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have known that I recently bought a Fortnite Paradigm figure, and pretty much after heating her up out of the box, her right ankle broke. So I'm going to have to replace her feet, and I found these awesome boss fight feet which matches her armor. So I have to just do some drilling and put those new feet in. I also gave her a Nebula head. So that's a custom Nebula head that I've been working on. I have to repaint the face. This is probably the last thing I'm going to do as it requires details for the eyes and her eyebrow. And I'm also working on these two characters here for Starboy Station. This is my emissary, my elfin emissary. and my strike fighter pilot. They both need to be painted rather. He just needs to be touched up, and he's almost done. And then I also have my little captain here. He's maybe small in stature, but he's big in character. He loves gold. That's why his uniform's lined with it, as well as his gun. And yeah, his backstory I'm working on as well. And then I have characters in the background here. So I have the Green Goblin that I'm working on still. I gave him a new gun belt. I'm going to repaint his jacket purple so that it matches his hat. And then I also have this lovely lady here. You would have seen her before in some of my other videos and stuff like that. I'm replacing her arms. I've already replaced her head, and she's going to be part of a delivery team that Lockdown Production has started. If you check his Instagram out, you'll see he has the same figures, but he added some sleeved arms and some jackets and a helmet. And then in the background there is my Punisher. He's pretty much done, just have to weather his armor. And then right here I have Dorian Star Chaser. He's a main character for my Pirates of the Galaxy storyline. I just have to replace his arms because I used his arm on my custom ghoul here, which I've also just recently replaced his leg. So he has a new leg as well. And he's pretty much done. They both are. I just have to touch them up, and then that will be it. So that's what I'm working on for right now. Everything is on hold in terms of painting because of the fact that my vision is really low, and that's why I'm not here today. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show with Lord of Thane and...
Oh, I took it off too early, but he was just saying, enjoy the rest of the show. Wow, some awesome stuff he's been working on there. I wish I could tell him how much I like all of it, and how much I'm liking the little captain. Yeah, as somebody else also said. Yeah, Ian Sweeney said that. And Lockdown Productions, you popped up right at the moment when he was mentioning you, which is pretty cool. You have a set problem, with a zombie problem. Strange. And there was some interesting information up there. Red Canada is here. Good to have you. And yeah, there's going to be an N1 starfighter in the Epic Heroes series. If it performs as well as the rest of the series, it will be on clearance pretty soon, and I see a lot of potential in that starfighter. If you don't have the TVC one, you can just have your N1, or you can, of course, customize it. So Fatback is going to be here any minute now, so I'm going to rush through my Whatcha Workin On, even though I've been working on quite a few things. So let me start with the custom figures that I have been working on. I did some more customs while I was here. So you might remember that green-black bounty hunter guy I showed off last week. I found this Aquaman figure for $1 at I think it was a Ross as well, but it could also have been a Walmart. I don't really know. So I took off the head and built this figure from various Fortnite figures and painted it a little and gave it the back, yeah, put on the backpack back there. So he's another bounty hunter guy. Then this is just a fun project, and it's something I have to talk about. This is supposed to be another one of the robots I'll have to drill the hole in the head still. That's based on the creators. And I put on the cloth before I got the color to dye it. So I threw the whole figure into the dye. And if I buy dye back home, it'll be gentle stuff that hardly dyes the cloth. The stuff I could buy here in the US, it dyed the complete figure. I don't know if you're aware of it. It's just the AKH87 from the vintage collection, which is gray and red, and it just turned completely purple in the joints and everywhere. I think it turned out pretty cool, but unintentional, and I don't want to know what kind of chemicals you have in your dye. That's totally crazy. So what else do we have? You might remember I showed off the toy pizza rabbit head I had. So I painted him up greenish and with some green stuff made my own version of a Jackson. So yeah, so it's my Jackson. Then I had some parts left from the other customs, so I came up with this. He's just, I don't know, he's a wealthy businessman, and he's going to be probably the first customer at Thrawn's Art and Antiques, something like that. So yeah, nothing special. And then I made this guy. It's James Syndulla, Hera's father, and he's dressed and colored like in the animated series Rebels, I think, where he's leading the rebellion against the Empire. So that's that figure. And then you might remember my punk Celestin. I upgraded her, or I didn't upgrade her, but I made her a little companion. So I've got this little punky astromech that goes with her as her companion because she's a master slicer, and what slicer can go without an astromech? So these are the figures I've been working on. I also showed, I think, that I started to work on a speeder from some toothbrushes that you get for free on the plane, or you used to get like 15 years ago for free on the plane when flying transcontinental. And I also got this cheap little Batman bike, so I took that apart. And yeah, this I call this completed. I'm working on this little speeder thing, and I've also I told you about the set that I bought where these came with. I'm making a speeder, a ride for my punk lady and her droid. It's almost finished because I have to pack and everything has to be done by tomorrow morning. So all it needs is I'll also paint it up very punkish a little, but the rest, like detailing, is done. So he'll pop in there. She'll be flying it, and I think it's going to be an Orabish Anarchy sign up there. So this is that. And I've got two more things I've been working on, but they go well together with the weekly Greeblies. And Fatback Station is here now. So I think I'm going to pull him up. Let's just see what the chat has been saying. Eddie is here. Hey. Hi, Eddie. Cool. Oh, Christian is here as well. Red Mando. Go check out. Oh, that's before I pull up Fatback, I have to do the usual shoutouts. Go check out World Makers Consortium WMC last Friday. Christian Redmando was the guest. I had the honor to be the translator, and he showed off some of his great world building stuff. Definitely go check that out. Do check out and subscribe to World Makers Consortium every Friday, 8 p.m. on YouTube with I hope I'm getting them all together. It's Eddie is there, and Femin is there, and Red Toys is there, and occasionally Josh, who's on a social media diet, will be there, and Scylla. So definitely go check that out. So then also check out Toy Domination on Thursdays. Well, check out Toy Squad on Mondays, also on Red Toys and Femin's channel, and do check out all of their merchandise. Everybody has TeePublic t-shirts up. I also have some TeePublic t-shirts up. Pirates has some up, and WMC, and there you can get my favorite one of them all, the Station People. So I hope I haven't missed anyone. Yeah, Brian from Outer Multiverse, he's doing what's the Eagle Force? An Eagle Force stream every odd Sunday, like once a month, once every second month. And yeah, definitely go check out his channel to get an alert for his shows. So without further ado, let's get Fatback Station up here. For his whoa, yeah. So hello. Let's get Fatback Station. Can you hear me? Whoa, yeah.
He's talking. What's up, pirates? How y'all doing?
Yeah, I think you can hear me. How are you? It's still good to have you
Yeah, I
on.
think there's a delay.
There's like a 30-second.
Oh, there's
It's
a
like
30-second delay.
I'm doing great, man.
Like a 30-second.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why.
So this is a technical issue I haven't had yet. My usual, being a tech pro, my usual suggestion would be that you log off and log on
It
again.
happened to me on Red Toys too, man.
Because this is going to be a hard conversation.
Okay, let me try that out.
Okay.
I'm sure they're doing an amazing job.
Log out
And
and log back in. Let me try that out.
So let's see if this works out. That's a bummer because with the delay it won't work. I can't wait, or you can't wait for like 34 seconds between each one of the sections. So what we're gonna do while he's trying that, we're gonna go proceed to our next segment here.
And now it's time for Greeblies. Greeblies! Oh, my precious! Oh, yes, anything can be a Greebly!
So where did my comments go? Does he have YouTube playing in the background? If so, you will get an echo. No, I think it's just really a delay. Everybody's getting an echo, but he is also on a delay because it took him like 30 seconds or more to reply to my questions. So, weekly Greeblies. We have a slideshow for the weekly Greeblies, actually. So let's start that. Of course, it's right at the wrong end of everything. Zoop. So here we go. We're starting off with some stuff that pirates send us. Okay. So these are I think cable binders and Kinder eggs, and he would use those Kinder eggs like as fuel tanks. I used them on a speeder build once before. These pieces they bring to mind a lot of opportunities for customizing. So these are awesome. Oh yeah, the Tic Tac. The Tic Tac boxes are awesome. As you can see, he used them as they are as like a crate that can open up. What I also do with those, the small Tic Tac boxes, if you cut off the lid, the piece that actually moves, there's this like oval circular shape plus a little knob. So if you turn that around and paint up the inside of the oval like a screen, those I use them as intercoms. Like almost every door in my station has one of those. So you would push the button and then the person that lives there would pop up on the screen and you say, hey, I am here, I'm visiting. So yeah, those TikTok boxes are actually pretty cool. Let's see if he's back. Yeah, he seems to be back. I'll try it again. So yeah, those TikTok boxes are actually. Hi. Do you hear me? Or you still have the delay? Hi. Do you hear me? I hear you. You still have the delay. Oh, what a bummer. I hear you. Do you have YouTube on as well? What a bummer. I hear you. Do you have YouTube on as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should turn that off. Everybody's saying in the chat because they get an echo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should turn that off. Everybody's saying in the chat because they get an echo.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna be able to do it then.
I have a feeling that there's no delay coming from you to me.
It wasn't on right. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what is up.
Hmm. Oh, Jason Jensen is here as well. Hey, Jason. Awesome of you to show up. So I say I just keep on going with the weekly Greeblies, and there'll be some of yours, and then we just wait a second until you catch up, and then you start talking about your Greeblies. Because there's no delay from you to us. It just seems to be a delay from us to you. Waiting for that to come up. Did you get that? Well, that's not Fatback. I think that's Fatback's wife. Yeah. So I just keep on with the weekly Greeblies.
I think
So Jerry, he also sent in some awesome weekly Greeblies.
I don't know, man. It looks like I'm not gonna be able to get on, unfortunately.
Too bad, really too bad. Yeah, well, I'll just try to fly solo then, and we have to postpone that for another time when there's no delay in the. Oh wait, oh wait.
Where do you see messages? Is it in your messages room?
So, nevertheless, I could just continue with the show. Maybe she'll figure something out. If not, just let me know, and I'll sort of get you off the screen. So yeah, Jerry, he sent these awesome lids. They, as he says there, they're like lids from medicine and vitamin bottles, and he's using them as cans and storage cans for food and stuff. So this is pretty awesome, actually. What else do we have? Yeah, I also like the little rack he's got where he's put them up. So making Hicks 6. He's got these parts from a printer, I think, and then also I don't know what the D4 Dario is. It seems to be something from guitar playing. I'm not a musician, so I don't really. Sorry for that.
Does that work? Sorry.
Whoa. Oh, now she's off. Okay, I think I'll have to keep flying solo. There's Marker, old Marcus, and he's using the caps, and he says you can use those caps as thrusters, which is an awesome idea. And I hear he greeblied up. It just says something wire down there. I can't read it. I hope you can read it, but it does look awesome. It looks like a droid head or something that's been ripped off. It is a pretty cool piece. I love it. So, oh yeah, those are the printer parts. Oh, and also the printer cartridges. I know these. They make awesome Greeblies. So he used them. Oh, he used them as a head for this little droid he's been building. Yeah, and hello there, Mos Eisley Photography. Yeah, that droid that does look awesome. The controls are gone again. Oh no, here they are. Oops. So this is the stuff Fatback Station had sent. It's such a pity that he didn't make it, or that he is having technical issues. So first of all, these are from like washing machines or dryers, the knobs, and they have a total futuristic spacey 1950s or Meet the Jetsons vibe. So I think they'd make for awesome little detail pieces. Very nice, Greeblies. Thanks for sending these in. This is, I learned, I don't even know actually what it is. It's probably some Asian food. It's a wonton folder. And it looks like an 8080 foot just from looking at it. All like, I don't know, some ventilation piece, some energy link, coupling, whatever. That's really a pretty cool piece. And oh, that's me. Yeah, that's my stuff. I think I'm not going to show the slides. So these are deodorant sticks. Let me just finish this. So these are deodorant sticks, and in the family apartment here, there's always some people that leave their deodorants and perfumes and stuff behind. So I went through what's left here, and I found some deodorant sticks, 3 to be exact, that were in various stages of decay. So like the stuff in them was just solid and not liquid anymore. So I took the liberty of taking them apart and found out that each of them is built a little different in the inside, but mostly they have the same parts. Some of the parts are really awesome. Like, let me just show you what I mean. So this is just, I just Greeblied this up actually, and painted it up. It's just the bottle without doing too much to it. It's supposed to be like a gas station for speeders. You can go there and refuel your speeders. It's just the one piece. And then from various pieces from the other build, plus another toothbrush, I built this little piece. And this will go out to Pirates because he mentioned in one of the chats that we are in that he still looks for race speeder because he doesn't have one. So this looks pretty much like race speeder. I totally love how this piece, like the cap from one of the 3 bottles, looks. I also love this piece. It was
Hello,
inside. Oh,
hello,
look who's here!
hello,
Hello,
hello. Can
hello,
you hear
hello.
me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. Sorry, guys. I don't have a camera, but I just got out of my appointment, so I'm gonna jump on right now. So what's going on, man?
Yeah, well, we tried to get Fatback on, but he's been having technical issues. He's been having like a delay of 40 seconds or something.
Oh wow, that's
So
too
we
bad,
tried
man.
twice, and then we finally gave up.
That is
Um,
too bad. So I see everything works out. I wasn't
well,
supposed to be on, and here I am.
except for Fatback not being here, everything works out. It's cool to have you on. We you don't. Are you still at your appointment?
No, my appointment's done, but the thing is, I don't because I'm not at home. I don't have my camera because I can't. I need my phone in order to be able to at least talk on here, and then I don't want to be walking around with my camera going all over the place and all that. So I ducked into a room here at the doctor's office, and I'll
Oh,
just
okay,
finish this off. So the
that's
the
cool.
doctor said I could use the room, so that's actually pretty cool of him.
That's nice of him. Just Red Toy is saying in the chat. So Fatback, if you're still here, he says turn off the volume on the laptop and just use the phone. Don't use the laptop at all. He thinks that was the issue when you were on his show as well. So because apparently they had the same technical issues when he
Oh
was
man,
trying
that's
to
too
be on
bad.
it.
Sometimes these things happen. Hopefully he can come back and then we could do a show with all 3 of us. That'd be cool.
That would be definitely cool. So can you see us or do you just
Oh yeah,
hear us?
I can see you guys, but I can't attach my camera.
Okay. So I was just sort of finishing the weekly Greeblies section
Oh cool.
with the speed I built for you.
Yeah, man,
Um,
that thing is so awesome. Like he had sent me these pictures earlier in the day when I was putting all this stuff together for them, and I was like, "Wow, that is so awesome!" Like, look at the detail on that. That's insane. Actually, can you? There you go. Zoom in on that. Like, look at the detail, guys.
So I was just saying how I used 3 different of those deodorant bottles, and when I took them
Yeah,
apart, like the one had this lid that just looks like a fin of the
yeah, that
spaceship,
looks
and it
cool.
just fits the lid of the other one as if they were made for each other.
So
So this is
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. That back part is that the part that goes on top
yeah, well,
of the
that's
deodorant?
it's 2 lids from 2 different deodorants.
Oh,
Uh,
okay,
so this one fits the other one just perfectly.
that's
The same
brilliant.
here. This one, the body that's also got this nice little like
Yeah, it
it's
had a
got a
nice
curve
tapered
to it.
shape.
I
Yeah,
think that was actually the body that comes with this lid. But the bigger one that I had, which I used for the gas station,
that
this
is
had
so cool.
this grated part inside.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh,
again,
because
that
I think
fits.
that's the gel kind. I think that's where the
Yeah, that's
gel
what
comes out.
that was exactly. It's a gel in there, and it squeezes the gel through these little pores.
That is so cool. But it looks like a radiator. It looks like a grate. That
It
is
looks,
so
yeah, it
cool.
totally looks like a hot rod's
Yep,
crate or whatever. And again, it fits the other bottle like
perfectly.
a,
Yeah,
you wouldn't even need glue, neither for that nor that. And also what's holding them together is just
yeah.
the long screw that actually is in one of those bottles. So it's
Oh,
just I
cool.
screwed it together and then I put
So you
some,
you truly scrap build that.
yeah,
That
and
is so cool.
I just put on some super glue there, and then
Yeah.
the saddle again. I sent you a picture, but it's unfortunately it's not in the slideshow. The saddle is just one of the bottles. Um, it has
The
these
grip,
like
right? The
ergonomic
grip thing?
grips.
I thought
Um,
I thought I did add that one to the slideshow.
oh, I just didn't see it. Then that doesn't matter. So this is just it's actually cut from the side of the bottle and then
Right.
glued on there, and it just looks like a saddle perfectly to me.
That is so
And
cool.
the only part that in the whole build that isn't from a deodorant is the lower supporting beam. That's
Right.
another toothbrush.
Oh,
And
okay.
then
That is so cool.
you didn't hear that, but I said that I got this cheap set for $24 on Amazon that has like 8 vehicles and a lot of stuff, and I got it for these.
Right.
And I took it all apart for Greeblies. So this is a gun that came with the set. These are just two parts. I cut off the helicopter that comes with the set, and this is actually the handlebar for one of the ATVs that came with the set. Also,
Yeah,
the antenna came with
like
the set.
Jason Jensen said, that is awesome. He did a
Thank
great
you
job
so
on
much.
that. Like
Thank you
that
so much.
I'm so impressed by that because I've always wanted to build something like that because as you know, like you said in our discussion in the chat, I had talked about how I always wanted that race
Yeah,
speeder. Like so, I'm really
and
taking the fact that you took it out, took it upon yourself to make that. So I'm
it
really
was
thankful
yeah,
for that.
because that was
It was really
just
cool.
such a fun coincidence, because I think like about 15 minutes before I read your comment that you were looking for one of these in the chat, I had taken apart those bottles, and thought, oh, they are pretty neat. I might build something out of them. I
And
have to
then
keep them.
presto.
And then you said and I said, okay, this does look, especially with the script, it
Yeah, I
does
really
look
love that front part.
like a hot rod speeder thing. And so yeah, this is going
I'm
out
gonna
to you
enjoy that
tomorrow.
one better than the actual speeder, the
You'll
the
have to
race speeder.
you'll have to varnish it though, and you might want to add little details, because I don't have my small brushes here, I don't have the light here, and I don't have any
Right.
varnish here. But I'll try to get it to you in one piece.
No
So
problem, man. That is so awesome, man. Thank you so much.
so those were the the things
The
I've
weekly
been working
Greeblies.
on. You haven't seen the other stuff. Yeah, I'll just show it off again. I built this.
Oh
This
wow,
it also came in the set. So these I made so that they can turn.
that is
Um,
so cool.
these are other pieces from the helicopter I took
Yeah,
apart, and this is going to be the transport for my punk Celestin slicer. And
nice.
she also got this little droid that
Oh,
goes
I
with
love
her.
the mohawk, man.
Yeah, she's got a
That's so
mohawk, so
cool.
she had to give her droid a mohawk as well, of course.
That is so cool,
So
man.
this is this
You
is
just really
almost
outdid
finished.
yourself.
Hmm?
I said you really outdid yourself. Like that is amazing.
I was having so much fun the last couple of
Well,
days.
I could see that, man.
This is almost done. This just needs some more, like, pink, green,
Yeah,
something punky, punk
colors.
stylish
You should put
colors.
what's it called? You should put some graffiti on that.
I wish I could do that. What I was thinking, I'm just gonna like very sloppy paint like
Yeah,
3 colors over the top, over the hood, and then I'll try to make hand painted like the anarchy symbol, but the
right.
Aurabesh A. So it's gonna be the Star Wars
Oh, okay.
anarchy symbol. So,
That is
but
so
that's
cool.
about as good as it gets with me. I'm not good at stuff like that. So
That is so awesome, man.
yeah, that's what I've been working on. Or no, that's my end of the weekly Greeblies.
That is
So
so cool.
I'm just
Actually, Fatback, if you are listening and you still want to come on, by all means, jump on. Oh, nice T-shirt. By all means, jump back on. We would love to have you on here, especially when we want to go through our creators corners, so that way you can have an opportunity to talk about. Did you guys already go through his slides?
well, we didn't. We just I was just starting off with the weekly Greeblies
Oh,
when he
okay.
wanted to come in, and then it didn't work out. So I showed his Greeblies, but I had to explain what was going on there.
Oh, okay. So
uh,
that means we didn't go through like any of what you're working on then, right?
oh, the What You're Working On, I'm through. So I started with the we did
Oh,
the
okay. That's what I was
so
wondering.
everything that's still to come is the Creators Corner,
Okay,
actually.
well, yeah, the thing with the Creators Corner was the we wanted to have an interview with Fatbacks.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, that won't happen. And you already went through his slides with this the buildings and stuff that he was working on, right?
No, I didn't go through that yet
Oh, okay.
because he wasn't there, and I wanted to go through that with him. So I'm gonna start
Oh, okay.
the Creators Corner now, and
Let's
then
do it.
we just go through his slides instead of uh, him. So the Creators Corner. Here we go.
All right, so this is going to be a little bit tricky because his slides are towards the end. Actually, no, I think they were the first ones that I put up. So yeah, we can start with those then.
I'm trying to.
Let's bring this up. There we go.
There we go.
So
So you,
these
yeah,
are different things that Fatback had put together for us. I can see really clearly because the phone's pretty much right in my eye, so I can actually see really well. Well, not really well. It's everything's blurry because I had drops in my eyes today, but I can see well enough, and plus I remember the pictures. So yeah, so
yes, and
he did a great job on these.
definitely. So let me just go to the next one. So these are like his I'd say his signature builds are
Yeah.
these like elongated wall pieces. Sometimes they are a bit bigger than figures. Sometimes they are like this one, almost just about figure size.
Hmm.
And he uses a variety of materials. So the one he sent me is made from wood plus
Right.
some Greeblies plus some 3D printed stuff. But lately he's also been putting out some of his walls that actually were a VHS cassette. So
Oh, okay.
he just used the VHS cassette and just painted it up, and it
Nice.
really has a nice texture to it.
Look at the details on this though. Like the
Yeah,
weathering is just
that's
phenomenal.
that's his. I was just gonna go through it to his painting because I wish he was here and could explain in detail how he's
Yeah.
doing it. But
We'll give him another time to
first of
go
all,
through
one of
that.
the things that's really important with builds like this is that you don't have empty spaces. So
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, he used
discovered the
all the
yellow
space.
piece right there in the middle. I think that's one of those Hooba Booba gum caps that I use for
Oh, it kinda,
generators
yeah, I think you're right.
and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, you really have to greebly it up so that it is interesting texture and a lot of stuff to look at. And
Yep.
then his paintwork, of course, is phenomenal. And as far as I
Yeah.
know from another chat I've been in with him, um, he's just like base coating it, and
Mhm.
then he's using sponges, like
Oh, okay.
just dabbing the color on there, and probably various shades of the color. I wish I could ask him that.
That's like a technique that also I've seen Jason Jensen use, especially
Yeah,
when he's doing like the rust and stuff like that. He uses a sponge to dab it on, and
and Jason says that this work is awesome, definitely.
it's phenomenal work. Like I'm so
So
impressed by that.
I've been experimenting with sponge, but only as I also saw at Jason's videos and at I think also I saw Femin do it once. I've been using it for
Yeah,
rust effect um,
I have
mainly.
to try. I got a sponge a while back to do it, but I was always too scared to pull the trigger and do it because I was always
Uh,
afraid I would ruin my thing.
I just use my whole household sponges once they're like just before you throw them out. You can still use them for that. Are you
Yeah,
still there?
that's
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
So let's go to the next one. I think actually these might from the size here. From the size, he had a green one and a yellow one up on his page that was actually
All
made
right.
from those VHS cassettes. So I think this could actually be
That one, I think I can see the VHS part. Like, the on the
kinda, yeah,
edge of the
exactly.
VHS tape, you could there's like those grooves, and I think that's the top of that yellow
Uh,
building I can see.
exactly. And I think you can also see it a little on the orange one. So, but
That's
nevertheless,
so
you
cool.
couldn't if I hadn't told you, you'd never know.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
there's the Hubba Bubba thing again. And also the tubing. It's probably of one of those squeegee little tubing things, big orange tubing. I love that.
Yeah,
Um,
that's brilliant. Like, for me, what really gets me though is how he combines like actual, looks like toy parts maybe.
toy part, yeah, everything like toy part Greeblies plus
There's a
real Greeblies
shoestring.
plus 3D printed stuff. What gets
Yeah,
me
he
the
uses
most actually
everything.
is his color palette because
Yeah.
he's got all the colors, but they all blend in together so perfectly.
Mm.
Yeah. Jason's just saying the same. I love his use of colors. Exactly. It's just phenomenal. I always get these laid back Caribbean little village vibes from his color scheme.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I really love it. It's-
This one, it gives me more of a warm, like you said, the Caribbean kind of feel to it because it has a very warm vibe to it. That is so
yeah, but
nice.
even his blue colors, they also have
Yeah, it
like
has that tropic
warmth.
feel to it. Yeah,
Yeah. So it's really cool.
these are
Let's
brilliant.
see what we got next.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
So
love how bright that blue one is, or is it green? I can't quite
the one
tell.
to the right with the two
Ye-
stormtroopers,
No,
or
the
the
one on
other?
the left hand side.
Yeah,
The one with the
that
two stormtroopers is like a whole video wall, right? Oh yeah, that's so cool.
yeah. And the one to the left is a shade of blue, like a
Oh, okay, like
turquoise,
teal or
tur
something.
yeah, teal or turquoise or something like
Yeah,
that.
that is
But
nice.
I love that because it's like it's an actual building. It's got more depth than his other
Yeah,
builds.
figures can go
And
inside it.
I do love the paint job, like the grayish rusted rooftop and this bright bluish build. It just
Like
looks
I'm
awesome.
zooming in on this picture right now. Does it
Oh,
have like texture?
I think that I think it's wood, and most of the texture is probably sponged on. And Jason Jensen says he has bought the teal one.
Oh,
So
nice.
do you already have it, or is it still in the mail? So you could tell us if it's textured or
Yeah,
not,
if you have
if
it,
you
if
already
it's
have it.
textured, that'd be great to
Um,
know.
but it's definitely it's an awesome piece. And you can it gives me tabletop feelings. Like
Yeah, it does. The old
the
school
size of his
tabletops.
pieces, they like blown up tabletop stuff, and you can
Hmm.
combine them. And I just love that because if you don't have a whole toy room like we do,
Yeah,
you can still like get 5 or 6 of his pieces, and you have
a
a
little
different
town.
scenery every day.
Exactly. That
Jason, I
video
have it.
wall, I think that video wall, Eddie got that one.
That's
I think I
quite
seen
possible.
pictures of Eddie posting that.
So,
So
Jason,
check
is it
out
textured?
Instagram.
Is it textured, or is it just the wooden feel, or did you do something extra to it? Can you tell?
Yeah, that looks either way, it looks so awesome. It's better than I could do right now.
Yeah, the greenish video wall. I don't even know if it's like there's one screen up there, and I think the others is just they're just rusted
Yeah,
like
but
tiles.
yeah, I don't think they're I don't know.
They're not
Actually, I don't
screens.
even know what they are.
Yeah, I think they're just like it's like the wall pattern. So probably it's a piece he found and just painted up. That's what I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
that looks really cool. But are those supposed to all be little screens, or just is this supposed to be a pattern?
No, it's
Actually,
just
I
the
guess you
pattern.
wouldn't know.
It's just the pattern. There's just the one big screen over the one
Yeah,
stormtrooper, and the rest is just the pattern. And I think the pattern was probably in the piece he used,
probably. Yeah,
because that's just how he's working. So that figure from Fortnite probably is perfect. I have him living in a teal sci-fi house that Fatback also made as well.
that is so cool, man.
Yeah, Fatback stuff is getting places because it says Fortnite. It's wood, and I think he textured this with a joint compound and then painted it. Okay, cool.
That is
So
so cool.
he did go the extra mile. Pretty cool. No
That is some
wonder
amazing work.
the paint effect, the texture, and everything comes out so nice if it's like plastered a little.
That is so
Awesome. Is there
awesome.
more to the slideshow?
Let's see what else we got. Oh, there's more
That's
details. Oh, he
another
has a
view.
spider droid. Those
Yeah,
are cool.
I love those.
So yes, that's a single view of it, and I think there should still be one more slide. I think. Yeah, there it is with the guard post tower thing.
That's
That
awesome as
looks really
well.
cool.
It looks really menacing.
It does.
You can't go through it. Also, it does look like there's like a huge chunk of that building missing. Like should be
Yeah.
an enormous fortress, and then this is the entrance to it. But I love it. It's wow.
I wonder what. Yeah, I wonder. Really want to know what materials he used for this one. I'm very curious about that because
Yeah,
this looks awesome. Like this looks like it looks like concrete.
it does look like concrete. Totally. It's the paint job is perfect, and also the texture gives me like you know how they say that no matter whatever you can think of, and even if you have never touched it, you will always know how it feels to your tongue. And if I look at this, I'd say this feels like concrete to your tongue. So yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. Because actually, you know what's funny that you say that is that because my vision's so bad, sometimes in order for me to get details on things, I put it in my mouth. I know that
Yeah.
sounds gross, but
No, I can
my tongue.
I totally understand that. If some of the detailed work I can do is with my mouth and teeth, like when my fingernails and my
Yep,
eyes don't work, I can still sort of, I don't know, unscrew it with my teeth or something like that.
yep. Yes, we're like the same, man. That is so
Ah,
awesome. But
Justin
yeah,
Welsh says it might be packing crates or like those drink holders.
oh, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I kind of see it. Well, if anyone else in the chat has any ideas, by all means, let us know what you guys think as well. This is
Oh,
brilliant.
and Jerry says, yeah, drink holders. Justin
Oh,
Welsh.
that's what it is. Drink holders. That's we got two people saying that it's drink holders, so it must be true then. The only person who could debunk that would be Fatback. So, Fatback, if you're hearing us, if you want to jump into the chat, you can do that. But wow, this is awesome.
Cool stuff. Definitely cool stuff.
So yeah, we'll
Okay.
definitely have to have him back on the show so that way, whenever he has
He'll
more
have
of his
to,
pictures.
if he has this, if he had the same problems on the other show, it seems to be something like with his connection, so he might have to get broader internet,
Probably.
or something like that. So
Because I
this is
I know
that.
where he lives is very rural, so that could be part of it as well. Is he may not have a fast enough internet to be able to connect, and that's why it's sporadic. It happens sometimes, especially if you try to go broadband type of it's trying to send a lot of information. Sometimes it just slows down. So, oh well, that's too bad. It's unfortunate, but the show must go on.
The show must go on. Yeah, definitely.
I'm just
So
glad that I was able to get out early enough to join you guys. Like that's the cool part. So
that's really cool. I was like, when Fatback didn't work out, I was like, okay, I think I bored them enough in the first 20 minutes. So what am I gonna do now? No, but it's 5 minutes to the hour, which is actually, I didn't think on my own I would be making it that long. So it's good that you came here. And
cool.
there's just one more thing left, which is
the monthly build challenge. I hope you
Boy, I
guys
missed you.
I hope you guys have actually started doing some more work on your stuff. So if you guys saw what I'm working on, unfortunately right now my vision is really low. So I can't do any paint work right now. So actually my doctor said it's straining my eyes because of the way my eyes are right now to do that kind of detailed painting. You have to I have to have it right in my eye, and he says that's straining my eyes. So
Yeah, I
right
can
now he's
totally
just
imagine that.
I
That
have to kind
wouldn't
of
be
slow
too good.
down on that kind of stuff. And also he said when I'm reading text on my phone, it's because I have to put the phone pretty much right up to my face in order to be able to read the text. He
Yes,
said that's
Justin,
also
please.
straining my eyes.
Justin says he needs to send some pictures to us. Yes, send us everything. Send us Greeblies, send us what you're working on, send us
Yeah, so every week send
whatever.
us Greeblies, whatever you find, send us Greeblies. Even if you're not using it, send us pictures of the item itself and just let us know what you would use it for. And then we'll just like you've seen here, there's some my stuff that I put up that I didn't show, except for that one little Tic Tac container thing where I made a little box out of it. But yeah, if
And
I don't have it done, I'll just give it an explanation as to how I would use it.
you were right, actually. Eddie got that. A red toys just saying that Eddie got it.
Yeah, I thought so.
The other piece, yeah.
I thought I'd seen it in this picture. So yeah, go check out Wayward Station, and you'll see it in use. He actually has a few different pieces from I guess from different creators, and Wayward Station's really coming along because he's actually kind of like Fatback. He's doing a rebuild of Wayward Station, and what I've seen so far from the pictures that he's posted, it's starting to look really
It's
cool.
gonna be cool. It's
So
gonna
yeah,
be
definitely check
really
that out.
cool. Yeah.
So the whole point of the monthly challenge for this week, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Like I said, if you guys seen the promo video on Instagram, April 29th is your deadline. So that's next Monday. You have is it next Monday? Yeah. So next Monday is your deadline to have your creation sent in. So again, 10 pictures maximum and up to a 1 minute video. You can send that as well. Whether it's like if you wanted to go creative and create a stop motion, that would be awesome. But you don't have to do that. I'm not saying you have to do that, but that
Of
is an
course, we
option
only
as
feature
well.
stop motions. You have to do it.
Because eventually that's what I would like to do, is stop motion videos. So hopefully one of you guys might have enough talent to do that. But yeah, so April 29th is your deadline. So that means on May 1st, which falls on a Wednesday, we will actually be doing the showcase where everyone's pictures will be showing off. So you guys have seen some of what I've been working on. You've seen what some of Lord of Thane has been working on with his creative his Sulston slicer for one. Like she's awesome. I still can't get over the mohawk. I just love that on both her droid and her. So that's awesome. So again, it has to be sci-fi based. So you can make it sci-fi punk like this, cyberpunk, just like what he's done here. But he made it a Star Wars cyberpunk. So that's
Of
really
course,
awesome.
Star Wars.
Like I even needed to mention that. So yeah, so we hope to see some amazing creations, and even if it's something you've done a while back, but it's still related, it's a custom character that you made. Send us pictures of that. We want to see that. We want to show that stuff off. We want to give you credit for it as well. We want to see what awesome ideas you guys come up with, like this that he's showing you on the screen right now. Like, look how awesome that is. So what I'm also gonna probably do with some of my creations, because I have some older ones. So if you go and check out my Instagram, you'll see some of my custom creation figures that I've made. But also, like you've seen some of the ones I'm working on right now. There's also some that I didn't show you guys in that picture that I'm also working on. I'm hoping that I'll be able to finish them. I may not be able to because I have to take it easy with my eyesight. And part of the reason why the doctor was saying I'm straining my eyes is because I haven't really been sleeping much. On average, I think I'm getting like 2 hours of sleep per
That's
night.
not enough.
And that's definitely not enough. So my eyes aren't healing properly. So he said if I were to have surgery and having that problem, my eyes would get really, really bad. So I have to start getting into the habit of trying to sleep. So I just got myself a prescription of sleeping agents. So, oh, that is so cool.
That's what
That is
happened with
awesome.
the toothbrushes.
That is nice. Oh, that was the one that you were showing us last week that you're gonna
Exactly.
put those That is so cool painted. It looks so uniform now that it's all painted. That's brilliant. So yeah,
And
next
also,
I can show off my Punisher on his speeder because I built the speeder as well, right? So I built it out of what's that character's name from Solo? Ednis Mass, or I can't remember. Ennis, I can't remember her name, but she was the leader of those on that planet.
he wish. No, but just because Red Canada says, "Hey, it's Starboy's girl," because Starboy, he really wants to have my Celestin. So
Yeah, I
uh,
know.
let's
I think he mentioned it a few times in the chat too that he wanted to get that.
let's see. He might eventually. Still thinking
That
of it.
means no.
No, I've really fallen in love with her.
She's brilliant though. Like you did a great job with that one.
And I'm still working on her speeder, and if I might not get it finished in time before I have to
Right.
go home. But I
Like you
either
feel about
either I'll send out that one to him, or I'll make up another one
I was gonna
equally
say
cool.
you feel about that custom like how I feel about my male ghoul that I made with the robot leg. That guy, he's my favorite so far. I just
I'm
love how he came out. It's in the pictures there, but
He's
how he
awesome.
came
He's
out.
awesome, and everybody keeps saying, "Oh, we have to copy the idea
Yeah,
to use
Famine
the
actually said he
Punisher."
was going to do that in his
Yeah,
show yesterday. I mentioned that. So thanks, Famine, for that. And if you guys haven't already, go check out Famine Studios. Every Tuesday at 9, he does a video where he does a live chat. So you guys get to actually talk with him while he's doing the customization on screen, which is amazing. I couldn't do that. And he keeps up with the chat too, which is that to me is phenomenal in itself. But he does a great
well,
job with that.
I try to do all that without customizing while I'm doing it. The first 20 minutes of this stream, and I was like, that was almost too much already, and I didn't do any working. Nevertheless, because you were saying that, it's an interesting thing that I observed that I didn't know about myself. I'm really peculiar with my babies, like all my builds and all
Yeah.
my customs. When it comes to parting with them, it's
That's the
like
hard part. Yeah.
it's like really hard. I'm amazed that so many of you guys can just
I
build to
know,
sell
I
it.
can't do it. Like, I've even had
I
people offer me a lot of money, and I'm like, no, I
even
can't
even when
part with it."
even when we did the secret center with the panels,
Yeah,
I just made the panel twice, so I like an exact copy of it, so I could
right.
keep one for myself and only send the other one out. So this is yeah, I don't have any problems parting with like toys
Yeah.
that I didn't do any work on. Um, but
But, yeah, stuff
doing
that you work on, because that's the thing, you know what went into it, right? And then also, sometimes you just impress yourself with that you created something so unique that you didn't
I
think you could create sometimes, you know?
I don't know how that happens. Mostly it's like after some gummies and late at night I somehow come into a painting flow because I hate, as I always say, I hate painting. I'm not a skilled painter. And then
Right.
sometimes I wake up the next morning and I take the figure and I go like, oh,
That's
who
actually
painted that
awesome.
overnight? How did that happen? And so, and
You
when that happens,
you have gremlins in your house.
and it happened with the little Celestin, then I have a hard time parting with
Yeah,
it.
she's brilliant. The thing is, too, I have some stuff that I'm working on, as you saw in my "What You're Working On" for Starboy Station. And so, one of the things that I'm giving him, if you guys go back to on the YouTube channel in the weekly, the weekly whip, when I used to do that
Mm-hmm.
series, my very first custom that I posted was my Strike Fighter, which is green and silver. That's the one I'm sending to Starboy Station. I've been weathering it, been adding a few little other Greeblies and stuff to it. It looks phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully
Definitely.
next week I'll be able to show that off because I want to send it out by next week. And hopefully I can
You
get those
shouldn't harm
figures
your
done.
eyes. You shouldn't harm your eyes. Your
I'm gonna
eyes
try. I'm gonna try.
on the in the long run, your eyes are more important,
That's true.
actually.
Hopefully,
And
Starboy
also,
can understand that because he's been waiting so long, and I really appreciate his patience in terms of that. But I'm really happy with that ship, and I really don't want to part with it. But at the same time, I really want him to have it because I know he's going to
that's
give it a good
exactly how I
home.
feel about this, by the way. It's like, shit, it turned out okay.
Really
I
cool. I
don't
think it came out perfect. I
want
love that thing, man.
I don't know. But no, I made it for you, and I'm gonna send it out to you, and that's it. It's
It
a
sounds
promise.
like you're trying to convince yourself, man.
Yes, I still have to convince myself. I actually found myself going through the supermarket yesterday trying to find that exact same deodorant bottle again.
So you can continue that at home when you get back home. So that gas station thing that's also made out of a deodorant container, right?
Yeah, that's another piece from deodorant container, and then this was just a gun that came with this cheap set of toys that where this also was in, and
Right. So
so
that's the
and
other
well,
thing too, guys. When you're making when you're using Greeblies, it doesn't have to be broken junk. It could actually be toys that were maybe not useful as the toy they were supposed to be. And look, they do double duty and make this
these
awesome gas tank.
yeah, I mean you get a huge, it's like it's a box this size that you get for those $24, and it's packed full of stuff.
Yeah,
As I said, 8
exactly.
vehicles and these and a tower and a turret, but the plastic is so crappy. You can
Yeah,
just you can just break it if you want to, or you cut it with a simple scissor.
scissors. Yeah,
And some of the molds, like the bigger parts are okay, but all the accessories, you can
yeah,
tell that what they did is they actually, like a customizer would do, they used other toy companies' toys
exactly. And this
and
made a
made a
cheaper
mold out
version.
of that.
Yep.
And I recognized some Playmobil parts, some GI Joe parts, and all that
Oh,
stuff.
really? Wow.
And
I never noticed
they,
that stuff.
yeah, but the cheap plastic plus a cheap mold, you can just throw those
Gives it away.
accessories away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. They are unusable
That's
things.
something that's the next kind of thing I want to learn how to do is how to create molds because there's so many times there's things that I want and I don't want to buy like an entire figure or an entire vehicle just to get one accessory that's in there. Like for example, one of the things that I want to be able to create with molds is those the Alliance fleet guys. They have those egg looking helmets, those
Yes,
white helmets. I want
those
I
should
want a
be okay in a
whole bunch
mold.
of those, right?
Yeah,
So that should be something that I could make a mole out
yeah.
of. Same
That's
with
that.
the Return of the Jedi helmets that they have in the forest. Those the rebels having those.
Yeah,
I wanted a whole bunch of those.
they might have. They might have too much detail, but the Alliance Trooper helmets, they should be
Yeah,
they
that's
should
pretty
be perfect.
simple design. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Jerry is just saying, take care of your eyes, and he, as I did, added a magnifying glass on a stand to help ease the strain. I'm actually using a magnifying glass plus my great grandmother's old reading glasses, which are like binoculars back home.
Right. I
So
have yeah, I do have a big magnifying glass with a light on it, and it's on an arm, so I can zoom in on stuff. But the thing is, that doesn't really help me much because what my problem is too is depth perception. So
okay.
I can't tell how close I am to something or how far I am from something. So when I'm painting, especially when I'm painting, if I'm using a magnifying glass, I'm trying to look through the magnifying glass to paint something. End up messing it up all the time
Okay,
because of
yeah.
the fact that I can't tell how far my
How
paintbrush
far
is
it
from the
actually is.
item, right? So I
I
always mess it up. And then one of the things that I do to fix that is whenever I overpaint something, I go back after it dries, I go back with a toothpick and I scrape off all the excess.
mm.
And most of the time, people don't even notice that I made that mistake. Some people are very impressed by my paint work, but I'm not. But anyways, folks, we're
Anyways,
at the
yeah.
top of the hour. I don't know if you wanted to add anything, Mr.
No,
Lord of Thane.
I was just going to say anyways.
And so the one thing the main reason why I came on is because I didn't want to have our last show with you in North America without actually being able to talk with you. So, folks, this is his last show on while he's in Miami still, or in Florida rather. And so we want to make sure. Actually, I'm not going to
Just
say anything because I want to
take a good
put in the
look,
bad
because
luck.
I won't be that good looking and that relaxed looking for quite a while on the streams. It's going to be late at night for me, and I'm going to be having a lot of work once I get back home. So
Well,
yeah,
maybe we should try to do an earlier time. Should
no,
we
no,
try
no.
to
That's
do an earlier
I,
time?
I think 5 is a good compromise because um, even at 5, a lot of people are still at work, but some are going home, some are already at home. So 5 is okay. That's 11 o'clock for me. We're done by midnight. I never go
All
to
right.
bed earlier than that, anyways.
Well, that's like me too, but I'm gonna have to try to start doing that. And I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'll try. But anyways, folks, we're so grateful that you guys were able to show up. We're so thankful that Fatback took
Thank
it
you, Jim.
upon himself to want to join us. It's unfortunate
Yeah,
that
too bad it
he was
didn't
having
work out.
those. Yeah, it's too bad he had those technical issues. But hey, these things happen sometimes. We're still so grateful for you sending us the awesome stuff you sent us, and your amazing work is just phenomenal. So we're so
Yeah,
grateful
and
for that.
to actually volunteer to hop on such a short notice because I only
Exactly.
asked him like yesterday. So,
Like that's
but
that's the part that I found was very insane that he at the last
nevertheless,
minute he wanted
yeah.
help.
But maybe to like as a last word before we finish this up,
Yeah.
um, we both I think kind of enjoyed having a guest on last week, and I was excited to have Fatback on this week, so we should on a regular basis have guests on.
Yeah,
It's not
so you
a
know what?
suggestion, it's something we decided on actually. Just telling the chat,
Yeah, so
the
that
audience.
is something we have decided. We still haven't found a guest for next week. There is somebody I wanted to reach out to in terms of that. So I'll reach out to them. I'm not going to mention it on the air in case he's not available, but I'm going to reach out to them. So if you guys are creators, whether you're a big channel or a small channel, it doesn't matter. We may reach out to you and ask you to join us so that you can do a live creators corner with us and actually get a chance to talk about what you're working on. Because a lot of the times when we were doing the
Your
creators
French
corner,
is
we were
quite
just
good,
going
isn't
with
it?
what we thought you were making, right? So we'd
Your
rather know what you actually put into it.
your French is quite good, isn't it?
It's not bad. Well, compared to
Because
like
I
someone
don't know
who's
if you,
actually fluent in French, no, it's not that good. But I'm good enough that I could translate.
yeah, because that would open up more perspectives. Because you've seen me on WMC last week translating
Yes, that was
for
awesome.
Redmando. I know some other people in Germany who might want to have that service, and we both know like the dark side, and he's French as well. And
Okay.
Teufel de
Yeah, so
Gardois.
that is someone that I could reach out to. That's the beauty of it that we could actually do either a German show or a French show because I'm good enough with French that I could actually hold an entire conversation. I'm
That's
not
cool.
as well practiced as I used to be when I was younger, but I can still definitely. I'm not bad either. Like they would know that
I
okay, this guy understands French.
if the person doesn't speak too fast and not with too bad an accent, I understand basically everything. But I can
Yeah, for
ask
me,
for
it's
about
not so
anything,
much.
but I can't talk too good, and
For me,
probably
it's not
sounds
so
horrible.
much them talking to me because I can always pick up on what they're saying because that
Exactly.
stuff I'm fluent. But the thing is, my vocabulary isn't as developed as it is in English, so that's
Mm.
where I fall into problems. But the thing is, the reason why I know I'm fluent in French is because I think in French when I'm talking,
Oh
whereas a
wow,
lot
that's
of
cool.
people who speak French, like who say they're bilingual, they think in
They,
English, then
and
translate in
then
their head
translate
to
it.
speak
Yeah,
French. Whereas I actually think in French because I learned French in my formative years
that's cool.
when I was really young, like in kindergarten, actually pre-kindergarten, I was learning French. So, and my best
So
friend was French Canadian. So,
it's cool. So let's finish
so let's
this
end it
oddly
there.
pivoting
So we're
show.
going to reach out next week. We're going to reach out this week. Before the end of this week, I'm going to reach out to the creator that I would like to join our show next week. And this is something we're going to do ongoing. The Creators Corner
Exactly.
will now have a live person, hopefully, if the person doesn't turn us down. But now we know we can wing it if we don't have a person. But that's the aim now is to have another person come into the show as a special guest so that we can do the Creators
Yes,
Corner with them.
and ask all the interesting questions right to the
Exactly. Well,
person.
yeah,
Right?
that's a maybe that's something we can put out towards the community. If there's a question that comes up often that you guys may want to ask, send us in your question, and then maybe that's something we can ask the person live on the air. So if you have a question that you've always wanted to know, like how they built something, how to design something like, especially if you know the creator. We're gonna try to let you guys know before the show which creator that's gonna come on the show. So if you like their work or you
Thank you,
haven't
Stephen.
seen their work, it gives you an opportunity to go and check out their work before the show. And then that way, if you have a specific question, we'll give it to like maybe the Monday of that week to ask a question. And if we have a lot of the same ones, we'll ask those on the air. We'll figure all that stuff out as we
We'll
go
figure
along,
that
just
out.
like we've done
Exactly.
with the show. And that's just how we do here. We wing it.
We wing it. Exactly. All the
All
time.
right, folks. So
I
thank
do
you
it all
so
the time.
much for being a part of this. Lord of Thane, thank you so much. It was so amazing to have you here in North America when you were on the same time zone. So that way you're nice and rested. You're not stressed out. I'm feeling bad that you're going to be going back to that. But at the same time, I'm not feeling bad that you're not
It's
going to leave. You're not leaving the show. So that's a good
I'm
thing.
not leaving the show, and it's not going to be as bad as it was before because all those deadlines I've been talking about, they are all passed. So it's just going to be regular work, regular hours, all good.
Just tired.
Just regular tired,
Yeah,
not
exactly.
overly tired.
All right,
So
folks. So this is our last show with Lord of Thane in North America. So it's just a shame. I kind of wish you would just stay in Florida.
I I wish I could stay for another 6 weeks though. Wow.
But anyways, it was great to have you here in the same time zone. It was great for you guys to join us this week, and we'll see you guys next week. Take care, pirates.
Keep on building.